This is Amelia.
And this is Jonathan.
And we're the Two Broke Explorers.
Today we're really excited to tell you that we're doing a sponsored video at the Futululu Caravan Park.
Futululu Park is a caravan and self-catering accommodation venue about 17 k's outside of St Lucia on KZN's north coast.
They also have an environmental centre for school groups and a large hall for weddings and other events.
So after most of the last episode was shot and we had gone to the osteopath for Amelia, she suggested that we get out of the pollution belt for a few days rather than just a few hours.
Michael and Malinda Smith, who are the custodians of Futululu Caravan Park, heard about this and very kindly invited us to come spend some much needed rest and recuperation time away from pollution and stress that the city has.
And since they were so gracious to sponsor us this getaway, we decided, to say thank you to them. We were going to do an episode on their park because it's a very budget-friendly option and we are the Two Broke Explorers.
Plus, we really love this area, love this place, and we want to share this with our viewers.
Indeed.
We are in the middle of a pandemic. There is no denying that. Generally speaking, it would always be wise for you to wear a mask if you are in company of other people, unless your immediate family who you live in the same house with. However, for the interview we are about to conduct, we are set up in an open air area with plenty of ventilation, and we are ensuring social distancing is happening. So please, if you do decide to spend time with friends or family or anybody, wear your mask. All right, that said, I would like to introduce you to Malinda Smith of Futululu Caravan Park.
Thank you very much, Amelia and Jonathan. It's so nice to have you here, and we really hope that you enjoy it here.
Firstly, I'd like to thank you for having Jonathan and I here and being able to share this beautiful space with you. And also, I know you're a very, very busy person, and I know that you're taking time out of your schedule for this interview, so thank you for taking that. For our first question of the interview, well, first of all, we'd like to introduce our viewers to you and let them get to know who you and your family are and let them get to know why Futululu Caravan Park is so awesome. And so therefore, we're going to be doing this interview. Our first question we'd like to ask is, how long has Futululu Caravan Park been going and how long have you guys been custodians of it?
Futululu Park is about 20 years old. That's how long it has been running as a caravan park. Prior to that, it was private property. Myself and my family, my husband and my daughter Michaela, we have been here for approximately 10 years. We left the rat race of Johannesburg to find the peace and quiet that Futululu Park has to offer. It's been a very big adjustment, but it's been worth it. I would never trade it for the city again. Never ever.
I can fully understand that city life is quite something that we'd all like to avoid if we can have that luxury, and it really is a piece of paradise here. I have looked a bit at your website and I saw that you guys do school camps and I think they called it Bushbabies Adventures. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
That's correct, Amelia. We saw the opportunity due to the fact that schools do cover the ecosystem that you will find in our area. They do study it in their schools, and that is part of the curriculum that they are studying. And we thought, what better way to be able to teach children about conserving our nature than to bring them to our area so that they can experience it hands-on.
That's actually really interesting, and I can understand that and I agree with that. Schools should be teaching environmental things and it's good that you guys are doing that. Is that why there's the environmental center that you have as well?
Yes, Amelia, that's correct. The Environmental Centre is available to not just the schools, but also to the universities that are in South Africa and that specialise in environmental studies. So if they are doing certain topics or studying a certain insect or animal that is found in our environment, then they will come and spend a few days here gathering the information and evidence that they would be needing for the projects that they are working on.
That's actually some really fascinating stuff, and you're teaching me something there as well. Now, I know you also mentioned something when we arrived about a KZN birding route. I think I saw something in the office about that. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, in KZN, there are over 526 different species of birds. I know that over 300 species have been recorded at Futululu Park. The amazing thing is that we have had so many migratory birds that come back every year, and watching them nest and watching the babies hatch and fly off again and come back has been so amazing. At the moment we have a breeding pair of olive sunbirds. The eggs have hatched and there's 2 little babies in there.
Sure, with all the environmental things going on here and with the birding, I imagine there's a lot of other wildlife here. Sure that you guys have recorded a number of other wildlife species here. Could you tell us what some of the wildlife you've got is?
Yes, we've got the red duiker here, we've got bushbuck, we've got kudu. Those are some of the buck species that you'll find grazing on the campgrounds. Then we've got 2 different kinds of monkeys. We've got the vervet monkey, which is quite a common KZN monkey, but we've also got the samanga monkey, which is becoming extinct to the area due to the high demand in the bushmeat. We've got a lot of bush babies that you'll hear at night. They can sound quite scary the first night that you are here, but you get used to them. And they are very cute once they come down and you see them peering at you through the trees. We have some leopards walking around here occasionally, passing through. They're nocturnal, so we have heard them calling each other. We've seen the footprints, so the evidence is there. Banded mongoose run around in groups here, eating all the little creepy crawlies that they can find. 2 different kinds of chameleons. At the moment we do have a group of students researching the 2 different types of chameleons in our area. What they are trying to research is there a difference in the ones we found in St Lucia town versus the ones in their natural habitat.
So chameleons, mongooses, leopards. I am going to be a little bit more careful about walking outside at night now. Yeah, that's a lot of wildlife in the area. I'm sure a lot of people ask this question. We are in northern KZN. Personally, Jonathan and I have not been affected by much mosquitoes since we've been here, but is this a malaria area?
No, we are very fortunate not to have any malaria. There have not been any recorded cases in the last 10 years that I've been here. Also due to the fact that we've not had much rain, we haven't had a problem with mosquitoes. Also, I would like to add that due to the environment we are in, there are natural mosquito controllers, which are our spiders.
So spiders is something we've got to add to the wildlife list. I really hope our viewers don't scare for spiders because spiders are good. There's a lot to really enjoy about Futululu, but can you tell us and our viewers what makes Futululu Caravan Park unique? Why should people come stay here with you instead of anywhere else?
Well, I think what makes Futululu Caravan Park so unique is it's situated in one of the last coastal forests of South Africa, and the absolute silence and space.
Definitely being in a coastal forest does make a difference, and it really is silent here. You don't hear the factories, you don't hear the freeways and all the city noises. It's really peaceful. We spoke at the beginning about social distancing, and I'm sure our viewers can see that we're socially distanced here. But the pandemic has affected absolutely everyone, but especially those in the tourism, recreation, and accommodation sectors. How has the pandemic affected you and your business?
Yes, Amelia, unfortunately it did affect our business due to the fact that we also had to retrench some of our staff as there was no income coming in.
How's it been now to be able to look after the park? I imagine maintenance must be very hard with limited income coming in and with a whole lot less staff.
Yes, it has been very difficult. We were used to being very, very busy and having quite a few staff members to help us. At the moment, we've got one lady to help us with the cleaning and one gardener, but they also do not come in every day. We request that they come in every second day. My husband, Michael, and myself, we try to attend to as much as possible.
I can really see that you guys have been working hard, and like I said earlier on, you took time out of your very busy schedule to be able to do this interview with us, so thank you for that. Let's move on to a slightly more positive subject. This was a bit of a dark subject, but it does need to be covered since, we're in the middle of a pandemic. The next question we were going to be asking is when campers, caravanners, backpackers come here, they're staying here perhaps, and especially with us as two broke explorers, we're talking about having very limited finances when they come here. If they want to just spend time here at Futululu Caravan Park, they're camping here, they don't even want to get in their car, what sort of activities can they do here on the property?
We have 2 hiking trails. The one is 2 kilometers and the second one is 4 kilometers long. There's a lot of birds that you can view. There's also a lot of snakes that you have to be careful of and spiders. It's a very thick brush, so one would have to wear very protective clothing. We have a small splash pool for the very hot days and for just the lazy days that you don't feel like going on the hikes, just to cool off in.
Ooh, that sounds interesting. I'm sure our viewers are dying to find out. What are your 2021 accommodation rates, and do you have any exciting specials coming up for February, March and April time period?
The rates that you'll find on the internet will be unchanged for the first half of 2021. We also have pensioner rates and we are pet friendly, so you are more than welcome to bring your fur babies with. I know that a lot of dogs love to travel.
Thanks, Malinda. Be sure to look in the description below. We will add a link to Futululu Caravan Park. So if you want to come over to the park and enjoy this bit of paradise, please click on that link and go visit the Futululu Caravan Park website. I am going to ask another question and you might have an answer for this. What can people expect to see in Futululu Caravan Park in the coming months? Are you guys planning on expanding anything or any new special features you're going to be offering?
We are hoping to get our glamping facilities open by next year. We will also be offering romantic picnics in association with romantic events.
Wow, that's some exciting developments. I'm sure that the glamping is going to go off like a hit. And the picnics, who can say no to a picnic? So we've got just 2 last questions and we're going to be fast with those. The second to last question I'm going to ask you now is, what else do you want our viewers to know about Futululu Caravan Park? Is there anything else that we haven't covered yet that you would like them to know about?
We are open as a wedding venue and can offer 2 choices of weddings, either a garden or an indoor wedding.
Well, Futululu Caravan Park definitely has a lot to offer everyone, and we are feeling so privileged to be here. My last question is, have you got any questions for us as the 2 broke explorers?
How did you find your experience here at Futululu Park as 2 broke explorers?
My cameraman joined me. It's definitely been what my body and my mind needed. So thank you very much for that. And it's been just so peaceful and so calm and relaxing. And the lack of pollution is amazing.
I agree with that. I quite often suffer from being nasally and sinusy and stuff like that. And so nice to be able to breathe easy and not have to worry about taking Allergex. I think I've only taken Allergex. Well, Allergex is a medication, anti-allergy medication.
He is not a drug addict, I promise.
Yeah. I've only taken it, I think, once, maybe twice since we've been here.
Once.
Yeah, once since we've been here. So that in itself is amazing for us. And also, it's such a beautiful venue. There's, as you guys can see in the, well, not anymore, but earlier, a beautiful venue. So definitely really enjoyed the scenery, really enjoyed the visit, and thank you very, very much for having us.
One last thing I want to add. The hospitality is amazing.
Yes.
Like, it's...
very, very nice.
You feel like you're part of the family here, which is really nice. These are commonly known as monkey apples. There's a number of different types of monkey apples in KwaZulu-Natal. These ones are quite interesting. You can actually see on this one there's tooth marks from a monkey. Drop that there. But I was recently told, and it was the most fascinating thing to me, that these actually smell like cake. And when you dip a little bit, you cut a little bit with your nail or with a knife into the skin, and you smell it, it smells like fruitcake. It's the weirdest thing, but it's really cool. The locals take these, they hollow them out, and they carve pictures in them, or they carve things in them, and use them as candle holders and ornaments, and they sell them in town. We'll hopefully be seeing that soon. Ooh, man, no wonder the monkeys want to eat that. The inside almost smells like fresh mango. I am sorely tempted to taste it. Sorely tempted, not tempted enough. So the reason I just said I think we should move, as we were standing chatting there was a monkey in the tree above, and a couple of those things fell, and they weigh a bit. They're like a baseball, and it fell pretty hard, pretty close to us, so I'd rather not have that land on my head. Anyways, let's walk. Malinda last night, about a couple of hours later, it got really cloudy, and I know lately Durban has been having some hectic thunderstorms, but we actually got a thunderstorm last night, which kept us up to the early hours of the morning, and the monkeys had us up early this morning, which means we're both a bit tired, so we took the closest hiking trail. I'm not sure if it's the 4K or the 2K, closest hiking trail to our chalet, and we're going to be walking a bit, but I am fast getting tired, so we'll probably be turning around instead of doing the full trail. But so far, the trail has looked beautiful. There's been some pretty interesting things that we've seen. So you guys are well aware that this is only our 4th video that's going live today, or that's gone live today. Unfortunately, we still consider ourselves as somewhat amateurs, and every now and then we still make an amateur mistake, which is kind of what we did with the producing and the saving of the footage for the video about Futululu Caravan Park.
Yeah, so our outro was shot on the morning that we left. And
it was a really good outro, just so you know.
It was, yeah. And there was a few other things that we also shot that morning. And, you know, having everything packed up and the laptop packed up and all that in the car ready, I thought, okay, as soon as I get home, I'm going to take out the memory card, I'm going to download it onto the laptop, put it in the right folder and sort it. Yeah, that never happened. So
yeah.
We lost a bit of footage. Fortunately, not too much. But that means we're going to have to do the outro now.
Our outro included, or now includes, a few things about what we love about Futululu Park, what you should know, and, you know, just that sort of thing.
Yeah, so the first thing is, what did we like about the time that we spent there? And I must say, for me, it was the peace and quiet. I was able to not only get the first video started editing, but finishing the editing and the second video done completely, all the editing as well, and that was in a week. And you know, did reiterations of changing things up, and it was just so nice to be relaxed and not bothered by the rat race.
I think I personally just loved that I needed that fresh air, that clean air to let my body recoup, and since then we've done a hang of a lot and I seem to be handling relatively okay.
What they should know about Futululu Caravan Park is that it is in the middle of nowhere. So signal is a real issue. Fortunately, we didn't really need to contact anyone when we were there, so cell phone signal to us was a blare. Yeah, other than that, that is a bit of an issue. Inside some of the chalets, there is zero signal, but as soon as you step out of the door, you'll get 2, maybe 3 bars. So it's not that it's non-existent, it's just low.
I think something along the lines of that, you'll see in our next video that you can go into the St Lucia town, go to a restaurant, pick up Wi-Fi there, so it's not that big a deal. I think just remember that, especially at this time of world conditions, the pandemic has hit South Africa really hard, and the folks who run Futululu Caravan Park are trying really hard to give you their best service. Obviously, at the moment, nothing is perfect. So please just give them the benefit of the doubt, realize they're doing their best, and see just how much effort they really are putting into giving you as best they possibly can.
And then the last one was, what would we advise you to bring with? There are some cloths, but they aren't very. So bring your own dishwashing liquid, your own cloths. It's self-catering, so there is cutlery and some pots and pans. Toiletries, preferably bring your own. The previous time we were there was no toilet paper, but this time when we got there was toilet paper. So bring your own toilet paper, bring your own towels. They do have bedding, but as we are currently in the pandemic, they do ask that you maybe bring your own pillows. If you want to bring your own bedding, that's also fine. Just maybe contact them and find out the room that you're in, what size bed they have there, so that you don't bring a king size sheet and then sleep on a double bed.
Take along your hammocks. If you have a hammock,
yes.
And for those of you who don't know, you can generally get a hammock for like $100 at one of the Chinese shops. A decent hammock. Get yourself some ski rope. Take a hammock there. If you're going to be camping, you'll be underneath the trees anyway. Just ask Michael and Malinda if they mind on a certain tree if you hang your hammock up there, or if you're in the chalets. Just seriously ask them, because some trees are protected trees, and enjoy some time in the hammock. Just chill out. Thank you so much for watching our videos. We really hope you guys are enjoying watching them as much as we're enjoying producing them.
So guys, if you did like this video, please remember to like the video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and
Remember to hit that bell icon.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, 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 ding.